dealing with the honored K to college.
So I'd ask for the corporate sponsors as well as the community sponsors of K to College to come forward. Fantastic. In recognition of K to College and its corporate and community sponsors, whereas K to College is a California nonprofit that operates the largest charitable school and dental supply program for under-resourced students in the state, serving more than 7,000 K-12 Berkeley students since 2010. Whereas this past December, with the support of corporate sponsors and volunteers, K to College launched its Early Learning Kit Initiative, assembling 5,000 school supply and dental kits for low-income preschoolers. And whereas Give Something Back Office Supply has donated their trucks, warehousing staff, and sourcing capabilities towards this effort, totaling a $100,000 total value of local student benefit. And whereas Kaiser Permanente has donated financially, provided 10,000 bilingual books, and more than 100 volunteers, a $75,000 total value for local student benefits. Whereas 25 members of Delta Epsilon fraternity volunteered more than 20 hours and one weekend to set up a 10,000 square foot ballroom for a large-scale assembly. And whereas hundreds of UC students representing the Cal Greek community volunteered for their third consecutive assembling event, finishing all kits in record time. And whereas the Associated Students of the University of California contributed financially with volunteers and other resources for the third consecutive assembling event. Now therefore it be resolved that our Mayor Tom Bates, on behalf of the City of Berkeley, recognizes K to College for their role of continued commitment to provide critical instructional materials to under-resourced Berkeley students and their and their corporate sponsors, Give Something Back Office Supplies, Kaiser Permanente, as well as their community sponsor, the Cal Greeks, Delta Epsilon, and the ASUC. Thank you.
This is actually a program that started here, and now you guys are all over the place, right? Maybe you could explain where you've gone to.
Sure. Well, thank you, Daryl, and thank you, Mayor Bates, and all of your colleagues on the council. I know a lot of you, just about all of you, were involved in this when it first began. K to College began as a volunteer effort, much like many other volunteer efforts that happen here in Berkeley. And what made it unique is that it had a business model that, if properly supported, could expand to provide tangible resources to every low-income student beyond the bounds of Berkeley and to Oakland and now across the state. And so I think we served our 225,000 students since 2010 this last fall, and we're working very hard to expand further in Southern California. But with the support of Give Something Back in Kaiser, we're trying to repeat history, and that this began with a large-scale volunteer event, and I know you were there, back in 2010. And so we went back to some of our best sponsors, Kaiser and Give Something Back, and said that, well, you know what, we want to expand this into preschool, so why don't we do another assembly event again? And this time let's focus on the preschool population, starting with serving low-income preschoolers right here in Berkeley and expanding thereabouts. And that's exactly what we did. And we're very thankful for their support, and we're hoping to continue to do that, as well as to continue our local efforts here in Berkeley for the years to come. And Mike, did you want to say anything? Or?
Why don't you say your name? Not everyone knows you.
Oh, my name is Benito Delgado. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, my name is Mike Hannigan with Give Something Back Office Supplies. It's a pleasure to be able to contribute to the kids' education, although it's kind of ridiculous that people have to do this kind of thing. I grew up in a time when you went to public school, the supplies were available to you regardless of your ability to pay, so it would be really nice to get back to those days.
Amen.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for keep up the good work. We appreciate it very much.